Can you believe that it is almost April, which means Camp Nano? I'm so excited. So I decided that I would go ahead and share what I'm going to be doing for Camp Nano. It is so dear to my heart. Here we go. So for Camp Nano, and I will walk you through my process. I don't have it set up yet, but you will see in April. I do plan to vlog some of my project. I also plan on showing you how I work with edits, because for Camp Nano, I'm going to be spending the entire month really deep diving into a rewrite, the final rewrite of my book that is dedicated to my daughter. My daughter published A Dip Into My Mind. Her name is Hannah Joy. I will put the link down below if you guys want to check it out. She published this book, I believe it was last year. Yes. Yeah, 2022. And it is a gorgeous, it's a poetry book. Lots and lots and lots of poems. It is how can I describe it? It is not a light-hearted book. It is a very heavy book, especially as her mother. And it's beautiful, it's raw. It is the journey of a teenager's emotional health, basically. Her emotional health, her mental health, her struggles with self-harm and depression. It's raw. So if you guys are interested in checking it out, I will put the link down below. Shout out to her. My book is dedicated to her, and it's kind of a response to her journey. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be raw. But it is a mother's, it's love notes to poet girls. And that's what it is. If you guys are familiar with my other two poetry books, I call them poetry books, but they're really love notes. The Gray Muse and Love, Sex, and Other Miscommunications. The Gray Muse was love notes to me from my older self as I was struggling with anxiety and just the struggles of being a mom and knowing who I am. And then Love, Sex, and Other Miscommunications is a poetry book all about love, sex, and other miscommunications. So it deals a lot with marriage and relationships and things like that. So this one is set to launch in June. I will be doing a video with my daughter talking about both books. I'm excited to show you the cover because we are doing it kind of as a collaboration. So she has helped with cover design, and our books together are going to just look fantastic. I cannot wait. So stay tuned for that. Again, this book will be launching in June. And so I have a lot of work to do in this final rewrite so that I can get it to my critique partners and then to the editor before mid-June. So I'm going to be putting together an editing binder and walking you guys through my process of editing. So yeah, Camp Nano, for those of you that aren't familiar with camp, Nanowrimo happens every November, and there are specific rules that they recommend. I tend to be a rebel, so this book was actually written, it's Project Poet Girl. That's not the final title, but this book was actually written as a Camp Nano, or not Camp Nano, as a Nanowrimo project 2 years ago. And yeah, I'm excited. So Camp Nano is very similar to Nanowrimo, but you get to make your own rules. You get to set your own word count. You get to choose what writing project you are working on. Camp Nano happens twice a year, once in April and once in July. I have plans of doing a novel in July. I'm so excited. I am actually in the process of outlining and brainstorming for that. But yeah, come with me if you would like into the world of poetry for April and editing. I'm also going to be reading poetry in April because April is also Poetry Month. So I'll be sharing the books that I'm reading, some of my favorite poetry books with you guys. Yeah, so are you participating in Camp Nano? If so, what rules have you given yourself? Will you be writing? Will you be editing? For those of you that may not know, I adore the drafting process. I hate the editing and rewriting. It is so, I just don't like it. So that's why I tend to do all of my editing around Camp Nanos, because I just get so uplifted by the community. So I will put Camp Nano's link down below along with my daughter's poetry book. Check it out if you would like. And yeah, until next time, enjoy your wild, sexy lives.